Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. He threads my needle, creams my wheat, heats my heater, chops my meat. My man is such a handy man. I recorded that song in 1928. It was but one of the 50 hits I had during the war. 50. Yeah, I started performing at the age of 17. I had just left an abusive marriage after I moved to New York. It was one of the many hardships that life had bestowed upon me since birth. My mother, she was taken at knife point by my father against her will. And 9 months later, October the 31st, 1896, Miss Ethel Waters showed up. My mother, she couldn't really raise me, so she passed me off to my grandmother, and Sarah Waters, she did the best she could raising us she was a maid and made about $4 a week. Moved around a lot, me, her, and my aunts and uncles, and we didn't have a lot. I became known as what you call a dead-end kid, you know? I came to know the street whores well. I think what saved me a little bit was I found Jesus. I went to a Catholic school. The sisters there, they noticed I was very, very combative when it came time for snacks. But that was because I was hungry. We didn't have nothing to eat, you know? But they did the best they could, and I still dropped out. I met me a fella at the age of 15, and after all the abuse and him beating on me, New York is where I started my new life. And on my 17th birthday, my friends were like, Ethel, get up there at that nightclub and show them what you can do. So I got up there and I sang my heart out, and honey, I had a recording contract just as soon as I got off that stage. I was everywhere. I even crossed over into what they call white time. I was the first colored person to be on stage with the white folks. They didn't even want to bow with me about the end of that. They didn't have a choice. I was so good, they held hands with me anyway. I eventually moved to California and started my role there, and I became the first colored woman to win a nomination for her role in Pinky. And eventually I became the first colored woman to get my own TV show, Beulah. After about 2 seasons though, I quit. I didn't like how they were doing us and making a caricature of our people. It's like no matter how big I got, I was still reminded. Everything dried up and I went back to New York, and I couldn't find anything in New York either. So with my health failing and my finances failing, and I just stopped singing. I didn't have anyone to love me. I had no mother, no father. I bore no children. Life was hard. And I said that if I was to perform again, it would be something that would make me happy and make me feel good. And I was watching Billy Graham Crusade, and it reminded me that Jesus had never let me down. And so I joined this crusade. And I've been singing ever since. Because I believe that us colored folks, as long as we can sing out our pain and our despair, can't nothing keep us asunder. So that's what I do. I sing. I sing because I'm happy. And I sing because I'm free. And his eyes on the sparrow. And I know he watches me.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water.
Hi, my name is Keena Graham, and it is an honor to amplify Miss Ethel Waters' Sweet Mama String Bean.